Well, I was out doing some visiting with my kids and grandkids in North Carolina. Happened to see a Kiwanis Park there. A small Kiwanis Park, but nonetheless a park that Kiwanis had built. And then I went to a few other parks that were playgrounds as well. I noticed that they were inclusive and accessible for all, and thought we don't have anything in our region that would compare to this. And we are coming on our 100th year. We need a big project. This seems to fit our mission as well, so let's go big. Well, it's a big passion for us. We are here to help children in the community. We want to grow children into future leaders. We wanted to make a big impact on our kids. So we decided that because of this project being in our 100th year, you have to bring these kinds of things into the county and ask for their permission. So we worked with the county to determine how this was going to come into play. We told them that we would make a donation of about $785,000 in order to make this playground work. They were more than happy to accept our donation, and we are going to be here today to do the groundbreaking, and hopefully in another couple of months we'll have a big ribbon cutting and make this accessible for all. You look at a convention center in Palmetto, we were one of the original seed money for that. You look at a State Road 70, back before it was built, we helped fund a road to Arcadia. You look at the Manatee Performing Arts Center, it was downtown in disrepair, looking for a big project. We contributed $1 million over 10 years for that. We have gone to do Habitat for Humanity. We did an original house, and then as part of the 100th, we also did another house. We've been very impactful to Boys and Girls Club and countless other not-for-profit organizations in the community. They got behind it in a big hurry. We had discussions with a small executive committee. We then turned to our past presidents for guidance on how to take this forward. They jumped behind it wholeheartedly, and then we took it to the membership, who again wanted to make this big impact to our community. The significance of this is we are giving access to children and adults of all abilities to play. It's an inclusive playground. We want all to play together. Okay, the specialists came in and gave us a guide as to all of their different playground equipment that they might have for special needs. Our committee looked it over, decided the main features that we wanted to see. Some of those are a structure for 2 to 5-year-olds, a structure for 5 to 12-year-olds, a merry-go-round that has the accessibility for a person in a wheelchair to either spin the merry-go-round or actually go in and participate as a part of that. We'll have signage for folks with autism, and we have swing sets that will be accessible. And I think our big main feature is we're going to have 2 zip lines on this in this playground, one that is fully accessible for all. I would say go to our website, bradentonkiwanis.org, and call us if you have any questions. Email us. We will show you what Bradenton Kiwanis means to this community. That's correct. I'm excited as can be. We're gonna have a great day today and a better day in a couple of months when this is open.
It means so much because we're going to get a chance to help the kids that we see all week long have a place to go in the evenings, on the weekends. It's all about access, it's all about safety, and it's all about fun. And so we are just so excited that it'll be for the entire county. People can come from all over and have the gifts of play and fun and exercise and the things that we all sometimes take for granted. So this is a very special day for Manatee County. This will mean that they're included. They have a place they can come, and they're going to be with other kids, their friends, their brothers and sisters can come play with them. It makes all the difference in the world to keep families together and to get community to have time together. So this is more significant, and it'll be here for generations to come. A huge thank you. Their vision, their desire to continue to help Manatee County be stronger. I call it Manatee Strong, and Kiwanis is a big, big part of our Manatee Strong group that makes this such a special place to live. So a very simple, huge thank you. I would just like them to know that we are all about ability shining, from polio to autism and everything in between. We are there for them and their families to help them be as independent as possible, and if there's ever anything we can do, please just call. Personally, it means that the vision of our county seeing all children and all adults as having the needs to be shared and the opportunities to grow together are being exemplified in action. We are an action county. We're an action community. And this playground, when my little 3-year-old says, "Papa, can we go to the park?" We can go to a park and we can play with all his friends. So personally, it means a ton. You know, I always tell people go to the website, Easter Seal, Southwest Florida, but I would love to take anybody on a walkthrough so they can see it in action. Just call Tom Waters at 355-7637, and I'd be delighted to show you personally.
Well, being that this is the first 100% all ADA playground for those kids that need it and those with the their special needs, it's just so important to be able to offer this to the kids of Manatee County. And so it's so exciting to be able to out here today and another beautiful day in Manatee County, and to have this experience to be able to share this with the community and share this with the Kiwanis that are a great part of what happened here. You know, this park, this playground was a kind of the brainchild of our former chair and District 3 Commissioner Kevin Van Osterbridge. He's a Kiwanian, so he felt there was a need to serve those kids, you know, that had the special needs for a playground. And we have other playgrounds in Manatee County that have ADA accessibility, but this is the first one that's 100% ADA. It's open to every kid in Manatee County, but it's so important to give those kids an opportunity to come out here and enjoy the great sunshine we have, enjoy this great park we have, and be able to be out here with their families and playing in a playground that they deserve so much. Well, I think being able to, you know, one of our things as government is to be able to deliver parks for the citizens of Manatee County. And I think you see that we're very active. This board is very active in doing that. The soccer fields at Buffalo Creek, to other things like that. And the park here is a great representation of what we want to do. The Tom Bennett Park's been a wonderful park. They have a lot of stuff going on here all the time, and be able to add this addition to it has just made it even a better park and great for the citizens and be able to use. And that's what we deliver. We need to deliver to the citizens of Manatee County the needs that they have. Well, it's going to be great. I mean, to give every family an opportunity to bring their kids out here, no matter what their age level is, and no matter what their disability level is, or even if they're disabled at all, to be able to have families come out here, have a picnic, enjoy the park and enjoy the playground. And those kids that are just really wanting to be out here, it'll be great for them. And they haven't been able to possibly do it before. But to have this 100% accessible to them is just going to be wonderful for that. We can't thank the Kiwanis enough. I mean, their investment in this playground, over $800,000, is just remarkable what they've done. The Kiwanis have always been great partners in Manatee County. They've always given back to Manatee County, and we can't thank the Kiwanis and their leadership enough to be participants in this park with us. I would tell all the citizens, come out and enjoy this park, come out and enjoy all of our parks, and you know, we're here, we work for you, and if you need something, get a hold of your county commissioner, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Well, I think as being a lifelong generational family in Manatee County, anything we can do to help others and work through it. Obviously, being a Kiwanian now, and going through that and working with the county. And I really believe in the public-private partnerships that we do. As the mayor of the city, even though this isn't in the city, it's still in our community. And anything we can do to help community people is important. Well, I think we have Lewis Park that we've just recently done with the Rotary Club that is a family park, and it also has some ADA components, which has been great for the city, and we've seen other schools coming, kids bringing it. And a lot of times with the ADA and the handicap, where we're trying to work in to make it where it's a sense of place. And when you give a child, no matter what age, because there's even some people that have come to our park now that are in the wheelchairs, that are able to, 26 years old, and it's the first time that his mom said that he was able to have an opportunity to go somewhere. And when you give value to anybody, and especially kids that need it the most, it's heartfelt. Well, I think that, it's about the Kiwanians, but it was more about the president at the time, and Neil Unrich really making that a mission of his presidency. And you saw that go through, and he really worked hard with the group. I mean, it takes a village to make something happen, but for over 100 years now, whether it's something the Kiwanis is working within the community to do, no matter what. It's the Civic Center at that time. It's this. It's all about that sense of place. And what the Kiwanians really do, and again, through Neil's leadership, has really been something good to see. And working with the great county commissioners to really make that happen. Well, I think in our political world that we live in, sometimes we forget the small stuff. And even though this is huge, it seems like a small factor in what we do day to day. And when we can do these things and have the fun, the excitement, puts the politics aside, and it's about community, and that's the most important.
Well, good morning again, and what another beautiful day here in Manatee County. It was a little chilly this morning, but it turned out to be an absolutely great day and a perfect day for this groundbreaking. This is Manatee County's first ADA accessible park for all. That means 100% ADA for the kids with the special needs that can use this park throughout Manatee County. And I am Manatee County Commissioner Mike Ron and current chairman of the board. And as we do at every meeting we have in Manatee County, we start by honoring God, and we start by honoring our great nation. So what I'd like to bring forward first for the invocation is County Commissioner at Large Jason Bearden to do the invocation. Jason? Please stand, sorry.
Thank you, Chairman. Wow, we are blessed. We're so blessed, the blessed people call us blessed all over the country. That's how blessed we are. So, Father, thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day here in Manatee County. You've blessed us in the greatest country, the greatest state, and the greatest county in the nation. And so we thank you for that. We thank you for the wisdom that you give us, for the grace that's so abundant. And so, Lord, we lift you up, and we just thank you for the Kiwanis today, for the efforts that you've used them for to bless our community with this beautiful playground. So we lift you up, and we just thank you, Father. We thank you. In Jesus' name, the Lord, his name above all names. Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner Beard. And now we'd like to bring forward President of the Braden Kiwanis, Andrew Miner. He's going to do our pledge for us. Please remain standing.
Right, to take the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you, Commissioner Bearden. You know, as we prepare to break ground on this amazing, all-inclusive ADA installation playground for these kids, here are a few things that are going to be here, and you can see the plans that are over there on the board. And hopefully, And we know our crews get this thing done by spring of this year, so the kids will be out here to use it this summer and enjoy it with their families. But they're going to have zip lines with the access for ADA seating for those kids. Play surface that's ADA safe and compliant with artificial turf. Separate play areas for younger and older kids that need the playground here, and they'll have sunshades everywhere. So during the summer, you know how hot it gets during the summer, and we want to keep those kids out of the sun, so they'll have sunshades everywhere. So this is going to be an unbelievable place for kids to come with their families. Tom Bennett Park is wonderful anyway. This is even going to make it a better park for the citizens of Manatee County. And here with more on why the exclusive places are so important here in Manatee County is our Manatee County District 2 Commissioner, Amanda Ballard.
Commissioner Ron, thank you so much for that introduction, and I'm just so excited to be here today as we break ground on this amazing playground that is going to serve all kinds of kids in Manatee County, whether those kids have disabilities or are normally abled children. My kids actually love to play at Tom Bennett Park, have played on the previous playground really regularly, and I know that they will continue to enjoy this new inclusive playground with all the other kids who will be enjoying it. This is an extremely exciting effort. And I'm going to be frank, I had very little to do with it. This came about over the past few years, and I was not the district commissioner at that time. And it was through efforts of Kiwanis, along with one of our great county commissioners, who is actually a Kiwanian himself, who helped to bring this to fruition. So I'd like to bring up our District 3 County Commissioner, Kevin Van Ostenbridge, to talk a little bit more about how this effort came to fruition.
I don't know what it is. They always put the microphone so high. Maybe it's just me. So I appreciate the kind words, Amanda. We talk about public-private partnerships all the time, and it's really the best way for government to get things done, and whether it's roads or bridges or improvements to our parks and playgrounds like this. I don't know that without Kiwanis that this is something that would have gotten done anytime soon in Manatee County. And it was Councilwoman Jane Coker and Janine Amick came to me with the idea. I loved the idea. We were first trying to sort out where in Manatee County it should go. We wanted to keep it either in the city of Bradenton or as close to that as we could, because it is Bradenton Kiwanis who is going to be the contributor. And the city limits actually come very close to this point, but this is just outside the city, but it's very close. But 64 and Interstate 75, the intersection of those two, that's the population center of Manatee County. And if we're going to build something so impactful to people who are all across the county, this isn't really something that we could envision ourselves building in every corner of the county. So if you're going to have one big one, you wanted to put it in a place where it could be accessible really to everyone in the county, because this playground does need to serve all the people in this county. It's a playground where literally anyone can bring their entire family to this playground, and that's Tom Waters told me that today. He said everybody can bring their whole family here, and that's not the case at every playground in the county. So anyway, the more we talked about it, the more we sort of zeroed in on this park. It's a pretty expansive park. There's still a lot of area to fill in, and I thought what a great amenity this would be for this park. And I think it will be. I think this is pretty accessible to everybody in the county. And it went along with a lot of park improvements that we're making in Manatee County. The commission has really tackled parks in the last 2 years, and so I knew that the board was going to be receptive to it. Huge improvements to GT Bray. We have brand new parks, improvements to Buffalo Creek, and then a new park going up in Parrish, a new park going up in Northwest Bradenton, and then obviously Premier. And we're putting an awful lot of money into improvements out at Premier as well on State Road 70. And so Tom Bennett, great location, great bones, needed to be filled in. And this seemed like the appropriate thing to do. Charlie Bishop, our administrator, I appreciate him because he pretty quickly found us $500,000 to go towards the project from the county's end. Kiwanis ended up raising their contribution. The county in the end raised theirs. We had to sort of keep up with inflation. And then, of course, when you start these things, everybody starts, the more people you tell, the more good ideas that come along. But the only trouble with good ideas is they cost more money. But everybody sort of porked the pot a little further along the way, and eventually we made it to where we are today. And I think it's a great example of collaboration between a not-for-profit and the county government coming together, both serving the same mission, which is to serve the community. Kiwanis focusing on kids, of course the county focusing on parks at large. And I think it's a great example of how the two organizations were able to come together and create something truly wonderful that will be a lasting legacy in this county. And it's something that's sort of long overdue, that was needed. As the county grows, the needs grow. And this was a need of our county, and I'm so happy that it could be met, and I'm so happy that the board was supportive of it and that Kiwanis got behind it the way they did. And it's truly a beautiful day in Manatee County. Thank you.
I'm gonna go a little off script, like I've never been done before. I would like all the Kiwanians in the crowd to stand up and tell you how thankful we are for all of you being here today and for making this park possible through your efforts and your investment in our great park. You know, we've been talking about, a lot about the community and how great this playground will be for the community moving forward. But it was the commemoration of what had been a community cornerstone for 100 years that finally brought this project to fruition. Here to share more on that is Braden Kiwanis, past president, Neil Ura.
This is made for taller people. Thank you, Commissioner Ron. We're gathered here to celebrate a wonderful partnership between Manatee County and the Bradenton Kiwanis. There's a long-standing commitment to this community by the Bradenton Kiwanis. We started our club in August of 1922, and from that point forward have worked on our Kiwanis motto of changing our community one child at a time. There are so many projects that the Bradenton Kiwanis have been a part of that we can't list them all, but I got 3 minutes, so we're gonna do our part. We'll list some, no particular order of how we have used 100 years to provide our talents and treasures as Bradenton Kiwanians. The Bradenton Trailer Park, which our club leaders were visionaries in building the world's largest, and that the sale of that park has enabled us to fund so many things in our community. From financial assistance in building a convention center that is getting a big facelift, to helping build a road to Arcadia. We've provided assistance to many not-for-profits in our community, especially those impacting our children. From years of service and treasure to the Boys Club, now the Boys and Girls Club of Bradenton, to supporting agriculture through the 4-H and through Farm City Week, to providing scholarships through our club to Key Club members, as well as Take Stock in Children and other vocational scholarships, to providing time and treasure related to Every Child a Reader, Every Child a Swimmer, to working with the Early Learning Coalition on the Reading Pals program, to providing a BUGS program, Build Up Grades, to partner with Manatee Elementary and other elementary schools, to support the kids' fishing tournament downtown, to keep Manatee beautiful, to our support of Kids Against Hunger with our fellow Kiwanis clubs, to our own satellite club who are changing lives out at Fish Preserve by building bridges and clearing waterways and removing invasive species so all can enjoy, to supporting our veterans on an annual basis with our great luncheon, to the Boy Scouts and our help at Camp Flying Eagle, to the Girl Scouts building the Little House, to our Salvation Army, to our sponsorship of the Leadership Manatee program, to our commitment to the Manatee Performing Arts Center, to Meals on Wheels, to Habitat for Humanity, our Human and Spiritual Values National Day of Prayer events, and our commitment to service of those agencies and more every year. And our impact on children is best exemplified in our commitment to our SLP programs, to our K-Kids programs at the various elementary schools, to our Builders Club programs at our middle schools, to the Key Club programs at Manatee High School. These kids are why we at Kiwanis do what we do. Service to all and a commitment to developing the future leaders of our community. Why are we here today? 100 years. We needed a big project, something that we could take our first 100 years and connect it to the next 100 years. A legacy project that not only would benefit one child at a time, but many children at a time. We were taking lots of ideas for that project and what it might be. I was up in North Carolina visiting children and grandchildren, recognized a Kiwanis park and playground. We don't have that here. The bug got in me, and we started researching other parks and ran across great accessible and inclusive parks up there that were just packed with children and families. I wanted to see if we could bring that to our community. I thank the Bradenton Kiwanis Club for getting behind that project and sharing the enthusiasm that I have for this. We want this to be a place where children and adults of all abilities to be inclusive and accessible for all come and play events and socialize together. We are hoping that this will be a regional attraction for the county. We are hoping that in the future we might be able to expand upon what we are placing here at Tom Bennett Park. We believe that when we connect this playground with a splash pad that will be coming in the next year, this will be a destination. And at this time, I'd like to thank a few people as I conclude my remarks. To my mom, Cloris, and my wife, Cheryl, who are here today. Mom, all the way from Kansas just to go up 20 degrees. Glad to have you here. Who with my deceased father instilled in me a service mindset. To the playground committee, please stand as I introduce you. Jane Coker, Ron Springer, Kent Jemison, Susan Agruso, Danielle Crawford, and myself. This collaboration of this group and past experiences of all helped shape the project that you have before you. To Gilbert Smith and all past historians of the club for his memorialization of Bradenton Kiwanis in this nice 2-volume set for sale. Bradenton Kiwanis, Champions of Children. It gives you a great history of what this club has meant to our community at large. To all of Bradenton Kiwanis, I've already had my thunder stolen to have them stand, so I won't have you stand again. We are a club that has committed to serve this community and lead it into the future. Thank you to our fellow Kiwanis clubs in the county and the District of Florida for their support. Lastly, thank you to the county for recognizing and partnering with us in this regional impact to our community. Let's break ground and come back in a few months to celebrate the ribbon cutting and opening of this legacy project. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Finally, I'd like to invite another Kiwanian, the City of Bradenton, Ward 1, Councilwoman Jane Coker.
Thank you. I'll be brief. I want to thank all that are here, but this became a passion project for me a little bit after I listened to a mom who was so excited to finally have a wheelchair accessible swing in a park. And she said, I've never been able, the little boy, she's been bringing him there for years, and she's never been able to allow him to do anything but watch. And as a mother's heart, I was in tears. So it became a passion project for me, and I'm so blessed to be a member of Braden and Kiwanis, that when they were looking for that legacy project, I could be a part of it and part of the vision. And I just want to thank you for that. I want to thank, obviously, Kiwanis' 100 years of making Bradenton a great place to live. And it's been our vision that in this park, we're going to have children of all abilities that'll laugh together, and the parents will be able to share the joy together, and friendships will bloom without barriers. And it's going to be a place where the differences are not just accepted, but celebrated, and a true reflection of the strength and beauty of our community. Thank you all. I'm honored to be a small part of this project, and thank you for helping to make this happen.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. We want to thank everyone. We want to thank everyone for being here today and being a part of this special celebration for this great playground that we're going to have here very shortly for our kids. Everyone is invited to stay for lunch, and if you've pre-ordered, the truck will call your name when your order is ready. The Braden and Kiwanis meeting will be beginning at 12:15. And let's enjoy it. Let's have a groundbreaking. Thank you all very much for coming today. We appreciate you being here. And thank you again to the Kiwanis Club.
Yes, Charlie. We're super excited to be a part of this historic day for Manatee County, where we'll be able to create a fully accessible park where people can bring their full families and enjoy it with their children. So as the mission of Kiwanis has carried on for 100 years, we see this as our legacy for the next 100 years. Well, it was really the idea of Neil Unruh as he came back into town, and he was able to put this together for us. And so it was a small idea that make sure we didn't have this in Manatee County. We have been a project for children all this time, and we want to make something where not just one child be affected, but many child, and for ongoing years. And so this came together as a great idea. Through our Kiwanis, we approached the county commissioners about it. We found the location, and through our efforts, we raised enough money to make sure this project became a reality. We always are on the outlook. We have several committees that we operate in that we're always looking for ways to serve the children of Manatee County better. We have documented over time all the different projects through the Boys and Girls Club, Camp Flying Eagle, and also the Convention Center, how we can make sure that every lives of the Manatee County children are a little bit better because the Kiwanians are here. And so if you have an idea, if you have something that you feel would make your child's life a little better, please come have lunch with us. We have a lunch every Tuesday at the Braden Performing Arts Center. We would love to meet you. We'd love to talk about what your issues are and how we can help. It means everything to us because we understand that we are part of the fabric of Manatee County, not just the Kiwanian members, but also the individual people that live here. That we've been here for 100 years, we're going to be here 100 years more, and that every good thing that happens in Manatee County, we want to be a small part of. So we're super excited that y'all came here today. We're super excited about the park, and I just can't wait to see where we go from here.
Well, the turnout is great, and it's in large part because of the Bradenton Kiwanis. The Bradenton Kiwanis for 100 years have really helped build and shape Manatee County and City of Bradenton for everybody with a big focus towards kids. And so you see a lot that Kiwanis has done with Camp Flying Eagle and the Girl Scouts and other opportunities from fishing tournaments, but this is very specific. This is an ADA compliant playground that is really sorely lacking here in Manatee County. The commission has made a concerted effort to work with Easter Seals and others, and this is just a way of blending in a focus for the county with the drive of Kiwanis to really come together in a true public-private partnership to build what's going to be a destination playground for children all over the county. Sure, public-private partnerships are great because the county can only do so much. We only have so much skill set. We only have so many funds, honestly. So in anything from building our roads and our sidewalks to designing our parks, where we can work with for-profit and, in this case, non-profit partners is going to benefit everybody. And Kiwanis has a special place for Manatee County government because many people from Manatee County government are involved in, either presently or previously, with Bradenton Kiwanis. We've got numerous county commissioners currently as members of Bradenton Kiwanis. We have many former county commissioners as members. So there really is a cohesive, partnership between Kiwanis and the county. We'd like to build that and grow on that. I think this is the first step of hopefully more opportunities we have together. Well, this Tom Bennett Park has been here for a while. I love Tom Bennett Park. I come here and run at times. It's a beautiful, quiet, serene park in Manatee County. Not every park has to be incredibly active with soccer fields and baseball fields and pools. Sometimes you just need a nice green space to go relax. And that doesn't mean we don't have opportunities to build on that. So things like this playground is a great use of space. It's not going to overcrowd the location, but it's going to provide an additional amenity. And it's not just for the surrounding area. This is an ADA park that is going to attract people from every corner of Manatee County, and I would guess from other counties as well, because this is going to be a very well-made playground for children that could use this type of service that they can't get elsewhere. The quality of life of all Manatee County residents is critically important, and we are focusing a lot of attention on infrastructure relative to roads, but we're also cognizant of the fact that there's other ways to improve the quality of life for the young and the old in Manatee County, which is why you're seeing a big effort of fixing up John Marble Park and adding additional soccer fields and clovers for softball and gymnasiums and ADA accessible parks. These are things that you and your children are going to enjoy today and your children's children are going to enjoy in the future. It's something that we all need to focus on. I believe it's been lacking at times. We have owned Premier for quite some time and it was underutilized, and we're starting to seeing things come out of the ground from the library to the aquatic center. And I believe we're going to continue expanding on this and really giving more of a focus towards the recreational quality of life side of living in Manatee County.
Well, to me, it's so important and impressive that it's going to be for the children of Manatee County, and actually for children beyond Manatee County who will be able to enjoy and be educated at this playground. It's just another step for Bradenton Kiwanis in its efforts to continue helping the children and the families throughout Manatee County. It's just now we're part of the history going into the second 100 years where this is a big project for us because what is going to happen here may not have happened without Bradenton Kiwanis, and that is something through the history that has happened. So the importance of that is not only to set an example for others to look to create these partnerships and continue this relationship between, service clubs, a private enterprise, and the county and government. It really does set an example for that. But you're right, President Neil Unruh is the reason we're here today, because he was able to, through his efforts of leadership on the 100th year anniversary of Bradenton Kiwanis, was able to put together the pieces and work with the Manatee County commissioners and their staff to develop this and really make it happen. So today is so important and exciting because it's really going to happen. Well, through the 100th year, Charles, it's been such a great story of Kiwanis. And from beginning with parks, beginning with the assistance that it gave to Camp Flying Eagle, that it was during the Depression, was able to provide a health camp for children during the summer for those children who didn't have health insurance, but also for others. So from there, it just continued the effort with the through Boy Scouts, through the Girl Scouts, with the Boys Club first, and then of course Boys and Girls Club. And it continued. The Little Girl Scout House is another one where you can just go through history of everything they've done. And of course, the big projects, there was the Bradenton Civic Center that was in the early 80s, where they did pledge and commit. And actually, it took several years of Kiwanis encouraging Manatee County to build the Bradenton Civic Center. And at that time, they pledged and wrote the check for $500,000. And that really made a big difference. And likewise, when they got to another facility in downtown Bradenton, they were blessed to be a part of, and that's the Manatee Performing Arts Center, which now has become such a learning facility for children. And even though there are entertainment and plays and musicals there, there's also camps continuous for children to be able to perform, to learn how to act, to learn how to play music, and it's been phenomenal. Well, Charles, this is such a special playground, and, Neil was so focused on having a playground for all children, whether or not they're disabled, whether or not they're special needs, and for all children to really enjoy this playground for them. And what's going to help is so much with their families. So many families come out and enjoy this park. Now they're going to have a playground that's going to be designed to state-of-the-art with safety features that are going to be for all of these children here. And coming together, the club and Manatee County has been such a great, great project.
Thank you.